come into that basic stance. Do your little checklist from your feet upwards. We're going to sweep relaxation from feet up through ankles and low legs. We're going to bend through the knees. Tuck the hips under in neutral. Lift through the rib cage as we bring that relaxation up through back, waist, into belly. And we're going to bring shoulders forwards and up. Bring them back and down. Chin comes back, crown of the head to the sky, tailbone to the ground. Take a moment to tune into your body and to what it would like to receive right now in this moment. So within this session, we're going to enjoy lots of serpentine, slinky movements, fluidity and release. We're also going to enjoy lots of staccato movements, which have a higher tempo. They mark out the beat. They're energizing and strengthening. So let's begin with that gorgeous warm-up as we release through the waist, as we bring the hip out to the side, through center, out to the other side. You can make that movement a little bit faster, if that feels right. And our arms, we just gently have those elevated out towards the side. Keep the shoulders low though. This time, as we bring the hip out to the side, we're going to bring it back. And then begin to bring in this circular motion. It's smooth and fluid. You bring the hands out in front as the hips come back. Just bring the hands wide as they come out to the side. Into center. And then let's have a little play around with that figure of 8 motion that we have. This one is horizontal. So you're going to slide on diagonal through the hip, twist round towards the back. And you're going to slide diagonal to the front, twist round to the back. Slide, twist, slide, slide, twist, slide, twist, slide, twist, slide. So I've been feeling into these times, these current moments, and looking deeper. What a magical time to be alive. Times of change, times of rebirth and recreating the story that we would like to be living, both collectively and individually. And we can start that story within our own body. Body and mind so deeply connected. One affecting the other. Let's try to reverse that figure of 8. Bring the hip back, twist forwards, back, twist forwards. Perhaps one direction feels more comfortable to you than the other. And my suggestion would be, if that's the case, perhaps spend a little bit more time on the direction, the movement that feels less comfortable. Have some focus there. What is it about that movement that challenges you? And just through the practice of that movement itself, you'll find that you become more able, more relaxed, more confident. More enlivened. Nice. Let's bring that out into one of those slide motions out to the side. So we'd anchored through the upper half there, keeping the upper half nice and still as you slide the hip out to the side. Using those 3 sets of muscles on the upper half to do that. If you're not sure what those muscles are, you can watch back on the Belly Basics playlist on YouTube where we cover anchoring. And then, now let's have a little shot of changing that anchoring so that we're going to move the upper half and slide. We're going to anchor through the low half and slide through the upper half. Here we go. Nice. So we're using 3 main sets of muscles on the low half of the body now. And the hips are in neutral. And gradually bring your hands out towards the front. Whee! Nice. And you're flexing through the wrist there. And then another serpentine movement that we have. If we bring the rib cage into center, we have that camel movement. So you're going to lift through your rib cage, roll the movement down the spine, pull in with your upper abs, mid abs, low abs, pelvic floor. Lift, roll down, lift, roll down, lift, roll down, lift, roll down. Lift, roll down, knees bend, hips tilt. 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 You could try the reverse if you like. So we're going to rotate the hips up towards the sky. In this posterior tilt, you're going to roll that movement all the way up towards the rib cage. So you're rolling upwards and you're going to almost sit down into that movement. Roll it up. Roll up. 3, 4. Roll up. 2, 3, 4. Roll up. 2, 3, 4. Roll up. 2, 3. Imagine you're balancing something on your head that you don't want to drop. 2, 3, 4, 1. 2, 3, 4, 1. 2, 3, 4, 1. 2, 3. Bit faster. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. All the way up. Yes. Let's try the reverse. Roll down, 2, 3, 4. Down, 2, 3, 4. Nice. Well done. Help yourself to a little spot of hydration if you would like one. That was a really, really good time. And then, so the last class, we had a little bit of an introduction to traveling in your belly dance journey. Of course, we associate journey with traveling. And so it's something that often Certainly for me in my belly dance journey with many different teachers, it was something that came much later on to actually travel around the space. And I think for me, it's something quite fundamental. It's something that certainly should be in there quite close to the beginning, if not exactly right bang on at the beginning. And it means that then your body is prepped, your mind is prepared, that these movements might not necessarily be stationary, you might be traveling with them. And so let's just go a little bit deeper today. Let's delve a little bit deeper into that aspect of traveling within belly dance. So last week we spoke about how two main types of movement within belly dance. The traveling tends to be either with a smooth, fluid movement where you don't see any gear changes. It's almost like you're floating along. So if you imagine that I had like a long flowing skirt on there, you wouldn't actually see how that was happening. You would just notice me kind of hover through the air. The other kind that you have is this stop-start motion. So you can have a little try of both of these. So this kind of stop-start motion it's more folkloric, it's more traditional, and it often might have with it a bounce as well. Of course, within an oriental or cabaret style, at the moment, the trend is to not so much have that bounce unless you're working with something like, say, Saidi. All right, let's bring it back into center here. So let's just take something like a basic slide of the hip and a basic hip drop, and let's layer those up. So this might be your first layering movement within the art form. Let's bring our hands just out to the side, relax them down, keep the shoulders low, remember to breathe. And it sounds crazy to have to mention that, but often when you're focusing on anything more than one layer, the breathing stops and the shoulders creep up. So keep it nice long lean muscles of neck, keep it relaxed through your shoulders, and just breathe. And then we're gonna just start by sliding one foot out in front and then the other follows. Try and make that as smooth a transition as possible, a little bit faster. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, bring it back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Let's work with a slide now. You can add that on top. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. You might take it out on a diagonal. Bring it back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Let's try diagonal the other way. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, well done. 4. Let's come back into center then. And in center, let's have a little try of that other style that we mentioned. So it's a lot edgier. It's much more in with the staccato beat. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Feel it earthier. You might want to lower your hands down. Just release your hands down to the ground. Nice. Bring it back. It's much earthier. It feels perhaps stronger to some people. Let's take that diagonal. 4, bring it back. 3, 4, other side. 2, 3, 4, bring it back. 2, 3, yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, back. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, bring it back. 2, 3, forwards. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nice. Bring it back into center. Well done. So you can make these movements really big and really travel with them. Or you could make them really small. Right in here. You can make the hip movement big and the traveling distance small. Or the other way around. Have a play with that if you like. And so then let's have a little look at the hip drop that we mentioned. Let's have fun now traveling with that. So you got your feet about hip width distance. Bend through your knees. We're gonna drop. 2, 3, 4. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Travel forwards. Let's try the smooth one first of all. Drop, 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 drop. Bring it back. 1, 2, 3. Bring it forwards. Let's do 8, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Bring it back. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm going to show you from the side so it's nice and smoothy. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So although we have that staccato movement of the hips, it's smooth as you travel. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now we're going to make it really earthy. So this is the second kind we mentioned. You could lower your hands down if you want to, or you could keep them elevated. Drop, drop, drop. Try that a bit faster. 2, 1, 2. Notice that here I'm landing on my whole foot. Whereas before we had sort of glided across the floor onto the ball of the foot, place the heel down. Whereas here, we're landing on the whole foot. Bring it back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2. Diagonal. 1, 2, 3. Bring it back. 1, 2, 3. Other side. 1, 2, 3. Bring it back. 1, 2, 3. Into center. 1, 2, 3. Bring it back. 1, 2, 3. Nice. We're going to move into this gorgeous, releasing, gentle shimmy. Woohoo! So what we're doing there is we're utilizing the knees to release the hip down to the ground. So this one here, you're driving your knee forwards and back, and the knees actually come on a little bit of a diagonal, and your hips are definitely tucked under in neutral. Use your pelvic floor muscles. So that's all the muscles all the way from your bum round towards your belly button. And then what we did was we picked that up a little bit, made that a bit faster. Try to keep your height nice and steady. 4, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is a movement in its most basic form, in its big, exaggerated base. And then what we can do is make that a little bit faster. 1, 2, 3, 4. Whee! Here we go. Let's take it on a single leg. So it's the same movement, but this time it's over one leg. So you really sat down into that supporting leg. There's no weight in this other one. It's there to help support you, keep you balanced. 4, 3, 2, other side. Nice. 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm going to make that faster. Turn this into a shimmy. So it's a single hip shimmy. 4, 3, 2, other side. 4, 3, 2, nice. Center. Wow. So this is a basic Egyptian knee shimmy or hip shimmy, if you want to mention the area that you're going to see this most within the dance. But the mechanism behind it, the biomechanics behind it, is This one is coming from the knees. Keep your heels down on the ground if that's accessible to you. If it's not, it probably means you've got a little bit of tension in your calves today. And don't worry about that too much. Gradually over practice, your heels will return to the ground. Have a little play about within that movement of shifting your weight forwards and back. So let's try and to center first of all. So weight distributed over the whole foot. Again. Now let's try to shift our weight ever so slightly forward. It's like an inch or two, it's not much. To bring your weight further over the balls of your feet, and just notice how that feels on your body. You could bring your hands out to the side. If you've got a little bit of tension through your calf, through your thighs today, which I have, you might then find that this really brings a challenge. Now let's shift the weight all the way from the front through center to the back of your body, onto your heels. Now just a little, it doesn't need to be, you don't want to be doing one of those cartoon folly over things off of a cliff, like when Roadrunners, meep, meep, and then, anyway, and so just a little bit of a shift back. And so let's try that here. Relax through your toes. So we're over the heels and your hips are in neutral. You see how that feels? So you're probably going to feel that engaging more through your glutes, whereas before when we were right forwards, you would have felt that more through your thighs. Yeah? Good, well done. Bring it back into center. And then just see how that feels. See if you can release and relax a few more muscles. See if you can really pinpoint the ones you want to be using to create that clear shimmy, that really crystal clear shimmy. Nice, well done. Help yourself to a little spot of hydration if you would like. So I'm going to grab a little spot of water. So yeah, have a little play around with the positioning of your weight within not only this movement, but lots of them, and just see how it differs for you. One of the really gorgeous things about belly dance is that all of the movements sit differently on everybody. They look entirely different, they feel different as well. And that's to be celebrated. This is one of the main things I love about this art form is everybody is celebrated as an individual. You are completely unique. The way that we use our bodies is different, and the way that you feel within your own self is always different. We could dance the same dance, exactly the same movements, and yet it would be entirely different. Here we go. So, with that in mind, let's enjoy bringing in an element of improvisation into belly basics. And so, just as with the traveling element I spoke about earlier, I really strongly believe that as an art form that has its roots in improvisation, it is so beautiful to carry on that tradition, and you gain so much from it in terms of your own personal expression when you move. It becomes your own movement medicine, your own moving meditation. So all we're going to do, we're just going to dip our toes into that, or rather our hands and our fingertips. So we're going to work with just a basic movement, maybe a figure of eight, maybe a slide of the hip, see whichever you feel like right now. And what we're going to do is bring our hands into the circling of the wrist. Wrists come in together, up, out and down. They come in together, up, out, down, in, up, out, down. And within that movement, that basic movement, they then have, so this is a prescribed movement. It's a movement that is part of, if there was a specific syllabus for belly dance, this would be part of it. And then the other aspect that we're going to add now is the improvisational element, an element of freestyle within that movement where you can take that movement on your own journey. So feel free to explore the space around you with your arms, with your hands, your wrist, the fingers. See what shapes you can create. See what perhaps you could work with some stimuli. You could imagine that your hands and your fingers are feathers, maybe, tumbling through your space. Those beautiful feathers finding their way all around, dancing on the breeze. And if you find the rest of your body wants to follow, absolutely go with that. Maybe you find that that circle reverses on occasion. That's absolutely okay too, and adds your own unique element to the movement. There is no right or wrong answer here. In fact, there is only a right answer. Okay, so I'm gonna just quieten down for a moment and let you explore that for yourself. Wow. Coming into stillness in your own time, that was absolutely amazing. I could really feel how much emotion went into that. It was tangible here and with you. Yeah, wow, wow, wow. Let me know how that was for you, how it felt in the moment. And next time, we're gonna have a little bit of a look at a Moroccan shimmy. Wow. So I'm going to break down the technique of that Moroccan shimmy for you next time. It feels delicious. It's so Moorish. Oh, really therapeutic. And yeah, a little practice of those movements that we did. The shifting of the weight backwards and forwards. Maybe some of the traveling steps we did. Let me know how you get on. Let's enjoy a gorgeous releasing of the muscles that we've used. We've actually worked quite hard today in that session. And always a gorgeous idea to release those muscles. This piece is called breathing space. Take a deep breath in. As you breathe out, let's bring our hands up towards the sky. You could sink deep, wide through your legs. Bend through your knees. Bring the hips tucked under in neutral. Use pelvic floor muscles there as we sway like the branches of trees, round through one side, back through center, across to the other side, and into center. We can do that once more. Come across to one side, through center, other side, lengthening through. Bring it back into center here. Bring our hands all the way up and round and release. Deep breath in. Hands come up. Lengthen out through your spine, your waist, back and belly. And then release that. Oh, relax your arms and your shoulders and your back. One more time. Lift upwards, up towards the sky. Crown of the head. Tailbone to the ground. And then release that. Turning into center here. You can walk your feet in a little and then coming onto a diagonal here. You can pick up one foot behind you. You could hold on to the back of a chair if that's easier for you. You're going to bring the knees in together, tuck the hips in neutral, push them forwards, bring that foot closer into you. Squeeze through the glute on the same side if you need a deeper stretch. So really releasing through the thigh and the hip flexor there, and releasing that down to the ground. You can switch your feet all the way, lift your heels and whirl around on the balls of the feet. And here we're going to step that back foot inwards, lift up, bring your heel up to your glute, tuck the hips in neutral, use pelvic floor, push the hips forwards, bring that foot closer into you. It's a deeply releasing stretch if done right, so effective. Deep breath in. And as you breathe out, releasing any tension. And since we had done lots of those gorgeous shimmies there, it's really nice to release through those muscles. Take a deep breath here, lift your hands up towards the sky. We're gonna create this wave of energy flowing down in front of us. Flex through your wrist as you do that. And we're gonna flip round our forearm and bring the hands all the way back up towards the top. We're gonna do that again. So you're gonna flex through your wrist as you form that gorgeous fluid shape all the way down. Gently stretching through wrist. And then you're gonna rotate to bring the palms up to the sky. And then you're gonna bring your hands all the way around. Let's do that one more time. Hands cross in front. You're gonna bring the palms are facing each other at this point, and then you're gonna let them pass each other and flex through your hands. One more down low. And you're gonna rotate the forearms so that the palms come up to the sky, and then bring it all the way around. And here, we're gonna take a wide stance, bring your hands wide, lift your gaze just upwards towards the sky, bend through your knees slightly, and enjoy that sensation of open chest, open heart space. Feel that joyous energy of nature as it comes into your body. Deep breath in, and as you breathe out, gently lower your hands down by your side. And enjoy that sensation of feeling replenished, restored, rejuvenated and revitalized, returned to you. If you've enjoyed this video, please remember to like, subscribe and hit notifications so you can be informed of when the next video goes up. If you'd like to support the creation of these videos, remember you can head along to patreon.com/Little Egypt Studio, where you'll find a community of other enjoyers of these videos. See you soon. Bye.